Hello, my name is Michael Nestor. I'm the chair of the Festival Planning Committee, and this is our last official program for the Festival of Arts and Sciences. I do want you to know that in case any of you missed it, we are doing a raffle for the festival, and if you haven't had an opportunity to do so, we have some raffle tickets in the back. You simply need to put your name and phone number on it, and after the last event, next week, we will draw from a basket, and whoever's name we draw, that person will win a $200 gift card to the bookstore. We also are going to have a second and a third prize drawing as well for other nice prizes. So if you are interested at the end of the presentation today, feel free to stop by and fill out a ticket. But we've had a great time this term, or this, I guess, month, going through storytelling and exploring many different ways of expressing oneself and having our stories shared. So what more fitting way than to have some of our students who have written plays to actually read them for your enjoyment. So without any further ado, I'm going to sit down so that they can get started.
Bull by the Balls by Jessica Plant Campbell. Bull by the Balls Roadhouse is an Oklahoma business on Interstate 40 selling gas, food, drinks, cigarettes, and liquor. Paul and Davey are having a conversation as Mike enters.
Howdy. Anything I can help you with?
Coming in to grab a quick bite and gas up. Needed a rest from the road, you know? Got a business meeting in 2 days, so I'm trying to make good time. Had to stretch the legs, though.
Well, you found a good place to stop. I'm Paul Bunyan. I own this humble shop. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Mike. Boy, that last name suits you. You're about the tallest gent I've run into.
I'm only 6'9", nothing to brag about.
Really, Paul? Because that's all I hear you do from here.
Is that after you glorified yourself wrestling that bear with your own two hands? Or before you gave yourself a pat on the back, since you say you've never missed a shot with old Betsy ever?
Old Betsy. Like Davy Crockett?
The one and only.
Man, you guys' parents had a field day with your names.
You're a bull by the balls we aim to please. It's what I do best.
Here he goes, bragging again.
Wait, come on. If you're the Paul Bunyan, weren't you so large at birth it took 5 storks to deliver you?
Come on, man. Since when do you babies come from storks? Do you need the old birds and the bees lesson?
Yeah, well, the legend I heard had a blue ox. What was her name?
Babe.
Yeah, that's it. Babe the blue ox.
Yeah, real. Have you ever seen a blue ox?
That's his ex.
You can stop talking anytime. I'm not sure he asked you.
X, really?
That was her stripper name. Babe the Blue Ox. She could do things with her thighs.
That's enough!
Come on. If you don't inform this young man, she's just gonna leave here and mess your whole story up.
Weren't you from Maine or Minnesota or something?
Yeah.
You followed Babe here. After she left him.
Do we have to rehash this?
How'd that go for you?
Not that well, apparently.
Why did she leave?
He slept with her sister.
Damn it, Davey!
What? He asked.
It was a huge misunderstanding. I was drunk. Your sister always wanted to see if the legend was true. She set me up. Babe's family never liked me.
It's because you slept with her sister.
I did not.
Yeah, sure. It's not me you have to convince.
This is coming from the guy whose first wife died pretty young and then remarried right away. I bet you have a few skeletons in the closet that I can let old Mikey here in on.
It's Mike.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Never mind.
Oh, this story again? Mikey, don't listen to him. She passed during a hard childbirth.
Well, she dipped into your bag of magic mushrooms.
Pay no mind to the Jolly Green giant on the other side of the counter.
Jolly Green.
Giant. You heard me. Pipe down over there.
So why are you in such a risk to get down to business, as it were, Mikey?
I have a presentation on a new train horn my company just finished making, and the client, I hear, is fanatic about punctuality.
That's so.
Yeah. Since this will be our first time doing business with this customer, it's best we make our best impression.
First impression is the lasting one. If you don't mind me asking, do you know the client's name?
Let me think. Carl? No, wait. Casey. Yeah, Casey Jones.
If I ever hear that name again, it'll be too soon.
Yeah, seems you hit a sore spot, Mikey.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Picture of perfect propriety.
Pay him no mind, Mikey. Casey is an upstanding gentleman.
Upstanding. He's a fake.
You're just jealous.
Yeah, just because he changed his last name so he wouldn't be associated with the Crockett family. Who does he think he is?
Casey Jones, apparently.
You know him well?
Well enough. We used to run moonshine cross country back in the day. You mentioned train horns and hysteria over tidiness, so right away I knew who it was.
I don't think I said hysteria.
He was a train conductor for years, never had a late arrival, till one day a bad accident messed that all up. Last I heard, he left the business totally.
Guess he changed his mind. Thinks he's better than the rest of the family. Just because he's the brother who made something of himself. What an asshole.
Come now, buddy. There's room enough for the two of you.
Doubtful.
So, Davy, I thought you died in the Alamo.
Yes, I want to hear you explain that, Mr. Crockett.
Tall tales, Mike. All tall tales. Family history, you know?
Family my ass. You're old.
Look who's talking. This guy. He was easily 5 years older than me.
Okay, then where's old Betsy? Didn't the legend say you never left home without it?
Like a week ago, somebody got hammered off of Johnny Appleseed's moonshine we had stashed and lost his privileges to play with guns. Ask his old lady. Something about running around the yard in her nightgown.
It wasn't her nightgown. And I wasn't drunk.
Right. Whose nightgown was it?
Keep it up.
Hit a sore spot?
Why don't you call Babe and ask whose it was?
Watch it, Crockett.
No more guns for a while, huh, Davy?
Hey. Still got this. Snuffed the old boy out when the old lady wasn't looking.
Pulls back his jacket to show a Smith & Wesson 38 special.
Can I see it?
Oh, come on, man.
What?
You never asked to touch another man's gun. That's just too personal right there.
Creepy, too. Anyway, I made the whole situation on Johnny. His moonshine has a tendency to make me a little crazy. The only good thing he ever left us was that recipe.
A little. To Johnny, God rest his soul.
Here, here.
Okay, didn't I read somewhere Johnny Appleseed never got sick?
Well, guess I only got sick once.
He was the one who just scattered seeds everywhere, right?
Yeah, not much of a legend, if you ask me.
True enough. But his moonshine was legendary.
Agreed.
You still bear wrestle?
What beer wrestle?
It's wrestle. And I promise I'm still on top of my game.
You should worry more about being on top of your
Don't
wife.
say another word.
Hey, just returning the favor. He's got a little issue, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
I do not. A woman's tired and it's normal. A man's tired. And for one night, I might add, and I have an issue? This is unbelievable. I'm telling Polly if she ever calls for you for advice again, I'm leaving her.
Here, I'll call her right now.
Hang that phone up.
Make me, Crockett.
So, there's not much work out here for a lumberjack, is there?
That's why after he failed to get Babe back, he opened this hole.
Hole. Right. You still come in every damn day. Originally, I was going to name this place Babe's Box, kind of a crass way of getting her attention, but...
I convinced him that his idea was garbage. Well, by the balls seemed pretty close to the truth.
Yeah, it sure is. Sometimes this knucklehead has good ideas.
Oh, Paul. I'm touched.
Don't be.
You know you'd be bored without me.
Right. Look, the location caters to the drinkers in the dry county and you road trippers. Besides, I'm tired of the lumberjack business. It's the only thing I've done for years. I needed to change.
So, I need 20 on pump 2, and I'm gonna grab a sandwich from the case. I gotta get my ass back on the road. Don't you want to be late?
Okay, so for the gas and everything, it comes to $36.45.
Here's 40, keep the change. If I come back this way, I'll be sure to stop in for another tall tale.
Mike exits.
Why does everyone say that?
Who cares? At least we keep getting business. Hey, you should take this $3.55 and try to bribe your wife for old Betsy back.
Ah, for shit's sake. You have to keep bringing that up?
Well, if nothing else, maybe we can buy a sense of humor about these kinds of things.
Maybe I should take that money. I know Babe likes dollars.
What?
Hey,
I told...
I know what you told me. Fine, fine. If I can't spend it on Babe, I'll just go down to Pickle Spills and spend it there.
Please. That guy? I heard he was raised by wolves.
Blackout. February 11th by Haiti Arroyo. A young woman sits alone on the living room couch. Two people enter the stage. One is an adolescent, the other is middle-aged.
I wish I never went in.
You had to go in.
No, you didn't.
Why?
He could have been waiting for you.
But he wasn't.
That man, the body in that room, was not the man that I love.
It's just a show.
Your mother had gone in, as did your siblings. They all were with him, and you wanted to be with him too.
I didn't want to see him that way.
Before you went in there, into that room, you thought he'd be sitting there, that he'd at least be able to talk to you. Before you went in, that's how you pictured him. You shouldn't have gone in. You should have decided to keep that picture.
The waiting room had become your purgatory. You needed to go see him. You did yourself a favor. You gave yourself the opportunity to say goodbye.
Goodbye? I gave myself the opportunity to say hello. I didn't want to say goodbye.
No one ever wants to say goodbye.
These kind of goodbyes are not opportune. This was not some decision I had the privilege of making. It was forced upon me. The moment he went, I was forced to say goodbye.
You went in there because you loved him.
Your last memory of him will forever be tainted. You went in there expecting to see your fiancé, and instead you saw a hollow wax figure, immobile and inanimate. You close your eyes and see it, lying there, occupying the hospital bed, insulting your intelligence, trying to pass as the man you love. You were expecting to hear his voice, but instead your ears were pierced by the blaring of this horrid sound.
Beeping loudens, then lowers back to its previous decibel.
This troubling beeping, persistent, consistent, and constantly and unusually loud. It's louder than any pulse, any whimper, louder than any thought, louder than hope, louder than your prayers.
It's unlikely there's such an existing sound. Nothing could muffle a prayer. There's no doubt that God heard you.
Then why didn't he answer? I begged, said I would do anything.
Exactly.
Don't do that. You know better than to blame God. God loves you, and you love him.
If he's not to blame, then who is? God is the creator and ruler of all things. He can move mountains. Making sure your lover survived, well, that should have been very feasible for him. He's stolen from you. He stole him, like a thief in the night, right? Or at least I think that's how they word it in the good book.
God knows things that we don't, and does things we may never understand, but he does love you.
I don't blame God,
Good.
but I want to.
Good.
But I can't.
Exactly.
Will both of you just shut up?
The room suddenly falls silent, so that only the beeping is heard.
I'm just so angry.
Wrong. What you're feeling is not anger. It's hate. More than that, it's the need to hate.
You're wrong. I don't know.
Don't submit to denial. It's obvious that there is hate inside of you wanting to be liberated. Let me liberate you. Let us figure out who this hate is for.
Don't mistake your anger for hate.
Perhaps it's for your sister. She was the one who encouraged you to go in. You should have never went in that room if it were not for her. Don't worry, there are other possible candidates.
Please.
We can take your brother into consideration.
Stop.
I can recall you watching him as he let out his cries.
Please stop.
He let them out freely at the exact moments in which you choked and stifled your own.
Stop it.
Maybe the hatred of is for your mother. I understand how unbearable it must have been to watch her so lovingly hold the imposter's hand.
This is insane. You could never hate your family. Never.
That's fine. If you could never hate your family, then perhaps you can hate his. They show up to the hospital claiming that they want to be there, when they never made it a point to do so before.
They're his family. They deserve to be there.
They don't deserve anything. They were just responding to death. You see, death resurrects the living. It restores people time when they cared. Reminds them of a time when they stopped. Reminds them of why they stopped.
That's nonsense. His family never stopped caring for him.
They did. That's why they showed up. They were zombies fueled by regret.
Just because they weren't around doesn't mean they stopped caring about him. You don't have to be around someone in order to love them. They love him. They're his family. You know better than to hate them.
Seems to me we have quite the dilemma. See, if your hatred is for neither your relatives nor his, then who can it be for?
I don't know.
Don't mistake your anger for hatred.
Who is your hatred for? Who do you hate? Tell me.
It's for my neighbors, for my coworkers, for the strangers who walk past, for my dog even. It's for all who wake up and go to sleep.
And do you know why you hate them? It's because they're able to continue on with their lives, free of your pain. The world continues to march on in normalcy without you. It's unfair, you're all alone, and that's unfair.
You're not alone. There are people who understand. There are people who are willing to be there for you.
I'm assuming that you're referring to those who say, I'm here for you if you need me. The very ones who plaster on frowns and hand out apologies. Tell me, how can they be sorry for something they had no part in? It's patronizing. I look at them and I see faux sympathy, and even when the sympathy is real, the empathy is always absent.
Hell, not even empathy matters. You want more than empathy. You want agony. You want to see pain. You want to see confusion. You want to see loss. You demand it.
That's not true.
Saying it isn't enough. You want them to show you. You want them to prove it.
Every apology and condolence I've received has fallen on deaf ears and has been denied by a cold heart. They float in purgatory alongside all that's left of me. You see, I never left the waiting room. I'm still waiting, only now it's for something else.
What are you waiting for?
Why do I still feel so angry? I know who I hate. I hate the world. So why am I still angry? I mistook my anger for hate.
You're beating yourself up over nothing. There was no mistake to be made. After all, what's anger without hate? Hate causes anger. Anger causes hate. It's all the same.
They're not the same. There is a difference.
There's a difference. What is it?
I can't think.
The beeping loudens.
I can't think with this noise. I can't live with this noise.
You'll get through this.
How? Someone whom I love has been reduced to the sound of this putrid beeping. Every time I think of him, I can hear it. The image of him, how I saw him that day, doesn't bother me as much. Nothing bothers me as much as this noise.
You'll get through this.
The monitor began to beep. His blood pressure had gotten so low. The doctors had rushed in. The monitor was blaring. I was able to look away, but I couldn't quiet the beeping. I just don't understand. How could he do it? How could he leave me? How could he leave me alone with this beeping?
You have a mother and 2 siblings who love you beyond belief. I know you love them too. They'll help you through this. There's no need to hold on to anger or hate.
What else have I got to hold on to?
What are you waiting for?
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Denial didn't solve anything, and neither did bargaining, and neither will anger.
I know.
So what are you waiting for?
Something that will never come.
What are you waiting for?
For my anger to fade. For the beeping to stop. For acceptance.
Fade to black. Best Bros by Lindsay Outerbridge. Smith and Wes are outside at a Tex-Mex bar as Mexican music is blaring through the speaker system.
Does it ever cross your mind just how shitty people are?
Not all people are shitty, you know.
That's a terrible comeback. Not all people are shitty. Everyone sucks.
Why do you have it out for the world all the time? You're such a pessimist.
I guess that just makes me a shitty person to be around. Like, why are so many people so concerned about their third world countries when their own home turf is utter shit?
Why do we even come out here in the first place? Shouldn't you be studying for exams or something, you nerd?
You don't remember?
What are you talking about? Our road trip plans post-graduation?
Yeah. No. Today's date isn't ringing any bells.
Not really. I thought you sent your text we needed to talk, and I figured it was about the trip.
A year ago today, nothing comes to mind?
A year ago. Like last year. Rachel. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Does it even cross your mind how she died?
I had nothing to do with her death. I didn't even know where she'd gone that night.
You had no idea because you were doped out of your mind flirting with every girl at that party.
Yeah, it's not like I told her to go to that party.
She only showed up because she was concerned about you.
It's not like I have a problem. Some days just melt together into something bearable and worthwhile when I'm high.
You make absolutely no sense. Is your brain fried just from all the shit you intake?
This isn't a big deal. There's nothing wrong with me, so quit trying to save me from nothing.
Save you from nothing? Am I selfish for wanting my friend to realize the dangerous life he's living?
My grades are fine. Women love me. I'm partying up. I'm being responsible.
Responsible? Those same parties and that same womanizer attitude is what caused Rachel's death, and you aren't even fazed by it. And you say not all people are shitty. I mean, for crying out loud, you dated her.
I said I was sorry. I know you were close with Rachel and everything. And it was pretty shitty to ignore your feelings about her. Saying sorry ain't gonna bring her back. If I could bring her back, I would. I swear by it. But that's all I can give you, man. I don't know what else to say. I forgot. I've been busy.
Busy doing what?
Stop interrupting me. You're making it harder for me to think, and it's getting annoying.
You're annoyed? My best fucking friend forgets about a girl who is special to the both of us in less than a year of her being gone. How can you be annoyed?
Just calm down, man.
Pissed off, Wes grabs Smith's spear and throws it hard against the floor.
My fucking balls, it doesn't remind you of anything.
Hey, can you at least get a smoke if you smash my beer on the...
Fuck off.
So what if she's dead? We've lost people with stupid shit before.
She died of a drug overdose.
So, keep your voice down.
We aren't even within earshot of those asses across the street, and everyone on campus already knows.
Yeah, and finally it's dying down, and we should keep it that way.
Dying down. Do you hear yourself? A girl who you actually had a serious relationship with is dead, and you want it to die down.
Let's just drop this, okay?
That's not the point. Shit. Do you ever hear the bullshit that comes out of your mouth?
I can't help it if you swoon after every girl I bang.
I never had any luck with girls because they weren't never my main concern in the first place.
So what? You some sort of queer now?
You know what? Fuck you! How can you spend 365 full days so ignorant about the death of your ex? Did she not give you enough blowjobs to fulfill your shallow needs?
All she did was nag and complain.
She only nagged because she cared about you.
Please. I just wanted to fuck her.
You're disgusting. You cheated on her. You broke her heart, and because I valued our friendship, I stayed by your side. Tell me, how many girls did you sleep with using the pitiful story of how you lost the love of your life? Christ, it's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
Don't say things like that. The only person who stuck with me through this thick and thin.
Oh, what choice do I have? If I leave, it's just you and your dope. What kind of a life is that?
Wes.
You've ditched me countless times to get some from whatever girl was throwing it toward you. You've borrowed money from me to get your fix, and countless times I had to go and bail you out when you were too high to function. Smith, you have a problem. A real problem.
So uncool, man.
Without Wes noticing, Smith pulls out a baggie of something and places a bump on his keys, and he inhales it.
You know, Rachel used to talk about how she didn't understand why you did such stupid shit all the time when you have so much potential.
What did she know about me?
Well, she was concerned about you and heartbroken that she was second place to drugs in your life. And yet, you're too shallow to see that.
Right. And me walking in on you two all close and cuddly was just you being a good friend.
That's not what happened, Smith, and you know it.
Yeah? Well, maybe I don't need a friend like you nagging as much as my ex did. Sorry for stealing her away from you, bro. Maybe she hadn't OD'd on heroin, she'd still be here to be a saint.
How can you say that as if it's nothing?
Because it isn't. She did it to herself. Such a smart girl. I don't know what made her think that drugs would have fixed anything.
Well, clearly she saw you get a fix from it all the time.
I don't know, man. All I know is that I had nothing to do with it.
Where else could she get drugs then? She never touched a drug in her life until she met you.
That doesn't make me guilty, Wes. Drop it.
And the last time I saw the two of you was at that party. You were both arguing since she saw you with some other chick.
You're not a detective, Wes. You have no idea what you're talking about.
That, and I'm sure that you swore to her that you were done with drugs. Yet, there you were at that party, doing God knows what.
I told you, I'm not guilty for her death. Fucking drop it, man. I'm telling you, forget about it.
You would literally be her only source of drugs.
I said let it die, Wes. I swear to God, let it fucking die with her.
Wes is oblivious as Smith begins to faint.
Smith? Smith?
Fade to black. Wanderland by Tiffany Lau. A young adult girl wearing a light blue dress with a white pinafore over it, Alice walked up to a table where Mr. Hare and Mad Horse are having tea and cake.
Why, hello there, miss. What brings you to these neck of the woods?
Good day, sir. I seem to be lost and followed the sound of a cuckoo clock.
That simply means it's time for afternoon tea. Would you care to join us?
I suppose a snack would do. I do feel a bit peckish after what I've been through.
What's your name, miss?
It's Alice, sir. May I have yours?
No, you may not, as you already have your own.
My name is Gale Hare. You may call me Mr. Hare. This is the Mad Horse. No one truly knows his real name, not even himself. We suppose he was already mad when he ended up here.
Maybe my name is Bartholomew. How did you wind up here, Miss Alice?
See, I was in my garden with my little sister when suddenly she ran off beyond the denser part of the forest, following a strange creature I could not determine. Thus, I followed her to a peculiar tunnel that resembled a rabbit hole and went after her. Wandering for a while, I came across a person named Monsieur Caterpillar who was puffing smoke from a bizarre contraption. He drowsily told me that this region was called Wanderland. I inquired him whether he had seen my sister, and he informed me that the Queen of Hearts would be able to aid me. However, he disclosed nothing else after he retired to slumber.
I can direct you to the Queen of Hearts, Miss Alice, but perchance you and your sister would like to reside in this estate instead of returning home.
Or perhaps it's Francis.
Wonderland is a wonderful place to live. All you can ever yearn for is here. The Queen of Hearts provides an abundance of sustenance. You'll never lack any more carnal needs. But what really takes the cake is how there are no rules or responsibilities in Wonderland. Everything here is permissible. Well, there is one rule. The Queen demands her subjects to always be happy. Anger, sadness, any negative emotion is strictly forbidden. Failure to obey this law will result in death penalty. But why would you ever want to scorn such a decree?
Yes, such a perfect edict. This is that, even if I do this.
Mad Horse shoves a piece of cake into Mr. Hare's face.
Mr. Hare can't erupt in anger and rip out my gusts, or else it's off with his head.
That is correct. It's a marvelous and luring place here in Wonderland, full of magic and oddities. Queen of Hearts gives us all we could ever lust for. All she asks for in exchange is our soul.
Never mind the butterflies. This is a normal occurrence in Wonderland.
Just but a small price to pay for unlimited riches and pleasures. She uses our soul's energy to power Wonderland's magic and keep us safe from the negative energy from beyond Wonderland's boundaries. What do you think, Miss Alice? Would you care to join our paradise?
A cuckoo from the cuckoo clock sounds, drawing everyone's attention to the unexpected noise.
While your proposal sounds quite tempting, I must politely decline, for I'm afraid my sister and I will surely miss our family and friends back home, and they us.
Such a utopia as this. Would you ever miss your family again?
Why, of course, Mr. Hare. Even the greatest of treasures can never replace the ones I hold dear. To surrender our souls, as well for luxuries and indulgences, would be a meaningless sacrifice. The human's appetite can never be fully satisfied by worldly pleasures alone. How can one live a life worth living, or even at all, when one has sold one's soul to the devil?
A devil? The Queen is a lot of things, but certainly not a devil. Sure, she takes our soul in exchange for our greatest desires, but who can blame her? I certainly can't, else she can predict the consequence. Ironically, the only way the Queen can extract your soul is through the decapitation, but even then she provides us with a new head made from a genuine animal, so, she can't possibly be a devil. Although, using our bodily vessels as slaves for capturing humans that have fallen astray so she can gain more human souls is quite wicked. The Queen of Hearts is far from being a devil.
Isn't he just mad? Quite fitting for his character with the lies he spits out his muzzle. However, Mad Horse is correct in stating that the Queen of Hearts is not a devil. You can go see for yourself. Her castle is just beyond the hills in the west. She is the kindest and most benevolent ruler in the whole galaxy. She'll surely help you find your sister and lead you back home.
The cuckoo clock crows, and Alice drops the fork, which clanks against the plate.
I know where my sister is. She was abducted by the Queen's playing guards the last time I saw my little sister. She had already been taken captive by the guards while Caterpillar stood aside and saluted them, undoubtedly being the one to have handed her over himself. From the shadows of the forest foliage and fog, I watched in dismay and malice as the playing guards transported themselves with my sister back to the Queen's castle. Thus, I did the only rational thing an older sister would do when her sibling gets kidnapped by a dictator who wishes to decapitate her head and pry it out of her soul. I interrogated that vile creature, not only with mere civil inquiry. No, we were past that point of civility.
Alice draws out a garden knife, hidden underneath her pinafore.
With just a few stabs and cuts to inessential organs and exterior limbs, I was able to gather every piece of information that I have just revealed to you two. It's pity how he died just as I was able to learn the castle's location, but thanks to you two, finding the Queen and my sister will be a piece of cake. Luckily, Caterpillar was also able to divulge the method of escaping Wanderling before his untimely demise. Only a human with the soul intact is able to escape. The only way to do that is by executing the Queen of Hearts and freeing the captured souls that have unluckily wandered down this miserable land. Now, I had to make sure I was able to sneak up to the Queen's castle in secrecy. Hence, this despicable man had to die so he wouldn't be able to alert the playing guards of my presence. Unfortunately for you two, the both of you will have to meet the same slumber.
Alice lunges toward Mr. Hare as her first victim, but he dodges away from the blade's swipe.
Aha! It's Jackson! No, that's not my name. It's much too plain to be my name.
Mad Horse's sudden outburst startles Mr. Hare, giving Alice a chance to swiftly plunge her garden knife into his heart. She then promptly thrusts the knife into Mad Horse's chest. She wipes the bloody blade with her pinafore and looks upon the carnage she had just created.
Tick-tock, stained in blood lays the cuckoo clock. 'Tis a pity the Queen will never see the light of day new, but then again, true sunlight never could reach such a land so veiled in the clouds.
Alice hastily exits. Curtain falls. Polly See Me by Tim O'Donnell. Espinosa and Vale are sitting upon a relatively simple white bus bench.
Did you know Vale's goodbye in Latin?
My name? I thought a veil was like a sort of valley or something.
Yes. In the Old English, derived from the French, derived from the Latin, Wallis. But no, Vale is goodbye in Latin. It's said a bit differently, though, with a soft V.
A soft V?
They didn't have W as part of the lexicon, so it's pronounced like a W, Wale. But they didn't have a W, you know. Latin's a bit
You're a bit.
what?
You're a bit of something, Espy. You go on these tangents when you're upset.
I'm not upset.
Espy.
I'm not.
Really? Well, I'm not going to be around to label your anthologies and cook your breakfast and talk to you about how Loughton sound after today. So you'll have to shape yourself up pretty damn quick, bucko.
Phonology.
Huh?
The study of systemic organization of sounds in regards to a language syntax. Phonology. That's the word you're looking for.
I don't... Well, first off, why?
Well, the term phoneme was first coined by Polish scholar Jan Baudouin de Courtenay.
I meant, why does that matter?
You don't think the way people use language matters?
I mean, I don't see the point. You got a light?
Yeah.
He flashes a light in her eyes.
Hey, what the hell was that for?
You asked for a light. I gave you one. Ambiguous language. You essentially proved my point.
About what?
About how the way people use language matters.
Do you actually have a light or not?
Yeah.
He jumbles into his pocket again and takes out a lighter.
Can I get you anything else? I know it's going to be a long trip.
I think I should be fine, Espy. I have all my things packed away in storage. And I'm not really hungry or thirsty.
How about money for the bus fare?
I mean, it's a free bus. You don't have to pay to get on.
Just take a penny or two.
He digs through his pocket for the appropriate change, offering it out.
They like it when you pay.
Espy, it's free. And I'm not a charity case anyhow. I live better than you do, even.
Vale notes that Espinosa refuses to remove his hand.
Fine.
She reluctantly accepts.
You know, I'm really glad you're here, SB. Just the two of us.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you're like the only one I have left in this neighborhood. When Mom and Dad went across the river, I should have too. Living in an empty house is a death sentence.
Sirens ring louder and become closer.
I'm glad you're here, SB.
Of course I'm here. I'm your friend. Close friend?
Close friend.
Close friend. And look, you've always done right by me.
You never were very helpful to yourself. I practically had to start tagging along with you, or else you would have gotten yourself picked apart in high school. At first it was out of half pity, then routine, and something else, I guess. Friendship.
Close friend.
SB.
Polish scholar Jan Baudouin de Courtenay, interesting character. Did you know an ancestor of his had moved from France to resettle near the Warsaw area in the reign of King August II?
SB.
In 1862, he entered the University of Warsaw, graduating with...
SB.
What?
You're the one always telling me that I'm ambiguous, just because I don't lug around a big dictionary in the back of my brain like you do. But you know, you're real vague yourself when it comes to final words.
Sirens ring louder. A vehicle is approaching as the sirens grow louder as it approaches.
And the bus is almost here.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Say something from the heart.
Jan Baudouin de Courtenay.
A bus arrives, and at the same time, people arrive from the wings, obscuring SB and Vale. The lights of the bus flicker, and then the bus leaves. All of the people leave. Espinoza is left alone.
She was right, you know. It was polysemy, a case of multiple meanings attached to a word or phrase. The word I said was friend. The word I meant was stay.
Fade to black. What a Way to Meet Again by Monique Ziegler.
What is taking so long? Don't these people realize I've got better things to do than stand online waiting for a stupid doll? Okay, Patricia, calm down. You're doing this for Marie. You're going to get in, get the doll, and Christmas will be saved. I've got this all under control. Being a single parent's a piece of cake. Best mom ever! Huh?
Patty! Is that you? Oh my God, it's been so long. How are you doing? What brings you to...
Hey, buddy. Who the hell do you think you... Whoa. Sean Pielli, is that you, dude?
Darius? Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Oh, Jesus. Still finishing each other's sentences, I see. Please tell me you two aren't married.
No! Oh, God, no.
Good. I'd be insulted if I wasn't the best man.
Oh, come on, Darius. You know Brianna was more my type anyway.
Brianna Brannigan? That snotty little know-it-all that stole my lead in Greece? That sneaky goody two-shoes that took over the whole yearbook? Ugh. And don't even get me started on her speech at the...
Hey, get back in line. You think you guys are special or something? Alrighty, Toys R Us shoppers, just 15 more minutes until the release of Hasbro's brand new RoboPup. When you hear RoboPups bark, all customers will be sent on a super special scavenger hunt. Every 10 minutes, RoboPup will bark and...
I've been waiting here 5.5 hours, and they mean to tell me they're not just going to hand me the damn doll?
Whoa, easy, Patricia. It's okay. Just calm down.
A scavenger hunt? Oh my gosh, you guys. Today just got so much better. Boy, am I glad I camped out for this.
Don't you dare tell me to calm down. I called out sick for my job for this. I'm calling the manager. This is absolutely ridiculous. They didn't say a damn word about making me run around like some kind of idiot.
Oh man, Oscar is going to be so excited when he hears his daddy went on a scavenger hunt for RoboPup.
Oscar? You named your son Oscar?
You bet. He loves scavenger hunts. He plays pirate all the time. Arr, where's me buried treasure?
Jesus, what were you thinking about? Hot dogs when your wife gave birth?
Patricia!
That's a good one, Patty. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised if she was. My God, that woman was a whale. A mean one like Shamu or something.
Guess you got rid of her, huh? Don't feel so bad, man. Sometimes I wish I were still living the bachelor life. Plus, you've got custody of Oscar. I'm sure you two will have a strong relationship from this. He doesn't have any siblings, does he?
Not even a brother named Nathan.
Ha! Hey, it's all good here. At least the court recognizes she's a crazy bitch. Oscar's doing fine with me. He just won an art contest the other week. That's why I'm so keen on rewarding him with this RoboPup.
Yeah, Malcolm's been going nuts over this damn thing. Kid is 11 now and he still believes in Santa. Just trying to keep the magic, you know. Hey, I guess I can't judge. Remember my believing in aliens phase? At least I've gotten a few science fiction novels published out of it.
Uh-oh. I think we have a certain animatronic pup in our midst. What is it, boy? You said it's time for the scavenger hunt? Okay, Toys R Us shoppers, you heard him. Our employees are going to unleash the line and begin this hunt. Look for RoboPup's paw prints to see where he's gone. He may be closer than you think. Happy hunting, shoppers. Hey, kid, these asshats ought to be kicked out for cutting the line. I want to speak to the manager. Look, man, I'm just here for the overtime. Just don't trample each other, okay?
All right, let's do this shit.
Patricia, what if that guy follows us? It looks like he forgot to take his happy pills today.
Please, you know I've been a black belt for 15 years. I could snap that fucker in half. Besides, I got you two strong boys with me.
Oh, you really think so?
Oh, I know so.
Okay, this is getting a little too close for me. I'll be avoiding crazy back there. See you kids on the flip side.
Oh, great, now I'm doomed.
Hey! I could take on that cranky guy any day. They don't call us the fighting Irish for nothing.
Sean, you suck at football. Besides, I know you've been a huge architect nerd. And I've been since forever.
Yeah, you're right. Football's dumb anyway.
What's that, boy? Only 20 more minutes of the scavenger hunt? Keep searching, Toys R Us shoppers. RoboPup is out there somewhere. One special guest will have the gift of the happiest child this holiday season.
They're timing us? They never said they were going to time us. What kind of fucked up place is this? Oh God, what if I don't find this doll in time? What will Marie do when Santa doesn't give her the only thing she asked for this entire shit show of a year? I'm the worst parent in the world. I can't even make my little girl happy.
Oh, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
Excuse me?
Why, I'm a detective. I'm looking for clues.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. What am I supposed to be doing?
Well, I do believe your current life predicament is getting the best of you. Hmm?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Where did you... never mind. I don't even want to know. I wish you'd go back to playing pirate.
But that wouldn't solve your problem now, would it?
No, I guess not. Quit playing around. We're running out of time. Stupid dog is going to start barking again, and I still have no idea where these assholes hid it. What am I going to say to Marie tomorrow morning if she sees an empty Christmas tree, huh? Oh, sorry, honey. We're Jewish now, huh? Happy Mazel Tov. She's been let down so much this year. She doesn't need to lose faith in Santa, too. I'm going through a divorce, Sean. Mike's got the house, and Lucky, he took her fucking dog away. Can you believe that shit? What kind of father does that to their 8-year-old daughter? I fought so hard to get Lucky back for Marie's sake. I gave up when I moved into the apartment. I just wanted her to have some stability. She's so lonely now. She had her father at home and her best friend all taken away at once. She's been thrown into a new life at a new school. I mean, I'm working 2 jobs, and it's just I never see my daughter anymore, and she needs me so much right now, and I need her, and I want her to be happy, and I'm failing.
You heard him, folks. Just 10 more minutes until the scavenger hunt is complete. And this just in, the lucky winner of Hasbro's new RoboPup will receive a free carrying case. Good luck.
Damn it! Everything is ruined! What am I gonna do, Sean?
Let's find Darius. Maybe he can help. He always knows what to do. Psst, guys, over here. Patricia, Sean, look over here.
Darius, what are you doing?
Just come here.
Sean and Patricia sneak over to Darius, hiding behind a rod. Darius pulls out the RoboPup.
How did you...
Remember, I was trying to lose crazy? Well, the guy was trying to be slick. Found the doll about half an hour in, but he didn't push this button in the back. I think if we push it, the store will be alerted and the contest will end. See, I was playing his game too. I tripped him up and snatched the doll when he wasn't looking. I've been hiding in different places all over the store. My heart's beating out of my chest. I won, you guys.
I like the way you think. See, Patricia, Darius always knows what to do.
I'm really happy for you, Darius. Malcolm's gonna be ecstatic when he sees it.
Darius' cell phone rings.
What's up, Angie? Yeah, I'm at the store right now. Listen, the doll is right here in my... What do you mean you got in the mail? Back order? You mean to tell me I came down this fucking parking lot? I'm sorry. I'm not giving you an attitude, I'm just... Okay, alright. I'll talk to you when I get home. Bye. Well, I just raised my blood pressure for no freaking reason. Hey, at least Malcolm's covered for tomorrow. I guess it's up to you guys now.
Sean, what about your son? Frank, was it?
Oscar. I can't. Patricia, this is for you. You deserve it.
I can't take that away from your son, Sean. He's going through a rough time, too.
Patricia, come on. Take it. I don't need it. I'll find something else for poor Oscar.
Just 10 more seconds, Toys R Us shoppers. 10, 9, 8,
Patricia, please take the doll.
No, I'm not taking it.
7, 5, 6,
Patricia, hurry. This is your only chance.
That's not fair to do to him. He lost his mother.
4, 3.
No, Patricia!
God, okay.
She presses the button just as the alarm goes off. Looks like we have a winner. Please come to the front of the store to claim your free carrying case.
Oh my God, guys, I'm so happy I won. Murray's going to be so happy, so happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We know.
Jeez, it's like it was meant to happen. Can't believe it's been this long. I don't even remember the last time we've all seen each other.
Ah, what a way to meet again.
Fade to black.
Thank you all very much for attending.